The costume characters and topless painted ladies of Times Square could be here to stay if City Hall agrees to a new proposal. But the Times Square task force is calling for change. CBS News' Andrea Grymes reports from Times Square.
A local councilman who represents this area says they're okay with Times Square being quirky, but it was becoming chaotic. He hopes these task force recommendations help change that. This morning, costume characters like Mario and Woody walked freely through Times Square, taking pictures with people walking by.
Yeah, it's great. It's nice to get pictures with these characters.
But there may soon be more restrictions in place. City Councilman Corey Johnson says the Times Square Task Force is recommending the Department of Transportation put limits on exactly where and when the costume characters, topless painted ladies, and people selling CDs can operate on the pedestrian plazas.
We want to ensure that the plazas have specific spots where people who want to engage in commercial activity, they can be there, but they cannot be all over Times Square.
I think that's a great idea, and I would bring my family back here, because for a while I was telling my wife it was not appropriate for my 11-year-old daughter.
The NYPD is also doubling the amount of cops here to about 100. First Amendment rights and quality of life demands came to a head this summer in the crossroads of the world. Many complain the naked ladies, characters, and others continuously harass people and demand tips, which in fact are optional.
It's not necessary to have that kind of women on the street like that.
They argued back they have the constitutional right to be here and try to make a living. This morning, none of the costume characters spoke English, and the naked ladies weren't out, but the women did have some support.
When it's this time of the day, no. I don't think they should be out here. But, I mean, once it starts getting a little dark out here, come on, why not?
As a mom, I guess any family inappropriate characters would be great to keep in one specific area, but New York is pretty crazy anyway, so, I mean, we know what we're getting when we come here.
The mayor's office would only say the task force report is being released sometime later today. Commissioner Bratton is expected to also talk about it at a news conference later this afternoon. In Times Square, Andrea Grymes, CBS 2 News.